And we are live at the Accounting and Business Expo here at the Small Biz Matters stand with Luis Sanchez from Receipt Bank. He's a Managing Director. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure to be here, Lexi. Thanks for having me.
Now let's talk a little bit about Receipt Bank. You are a force to be reckoned with at this Accounting and Business Expo, always a very strong presence. And this year, as well as other years, you've got a stage where you're educating people about the importance of the role of the bookkeeper and how accountants and bookkeepers can have better relationships, for example. Why do you think it's so important that accountants and bookkeepers at these sort of expos remain educated and find out how to inform themselves about what's going in the accounting and business world?
You know, we're thrilled to be a part of ABE again, and what we find is that the best way accountants and bookkeepers can be effective at helping people, because that's at the end of the day what I find accountants and bookkeepers want to do. They just want to help small business clients. A great way to be helpful is to be educated on the latest and greatest solutions out there. And, you know, just most people who show up here, and by the way, I hear there's going to be like 4,000 people at the show, which is exciting. I can believe that because it's been a very busy morning for us. Everybody's really open-minded about checking out different technology solutions and literally just finding out new things, which, by the way, they're always asking the right questions around how can I use this to benefit my small business client? And, you know, if they do that, then word gets around. And when accountants and bookkeepers are using the best of breed solutions, they get more business. And small businesses talk to each other and they say, you know what, this accountant and bookkeeper really knows what they're doing. And so it just kind of behooves them to be educated because it helps their business and it helps their clients.
Why do you think it's important that Receipt Bank has a presence here? Is it because we have accountant and bookkeepers in the room and you're just trying to tell people about your product, or is it more than that?
You know, it's definitely more than that. It certainly helps that accountants and bookkeepers are here. They learn about solutions that they can use themselves. Secondly, they learn about solutions that their clients could be using, even if the accountants and bookkeepers don't use them. But finally, you know, we're a solution that accountants, bookkeepers, and the entire economy can really benefit from. You know, at the core, we bring automation to a whole new level. We allow accountants, bookkeepers, and small business to be more productive, to be more effective. And at the end of the day, that helps us all focus on higher value add stuff. You know, accountants can focus on delivering more value added services. Bookkeepers can spend less time doing manual data entry and just, you know, getting through more clients or just clocking out of work a little earlier. And small businesses can really focus on what they love to do most, which is run their business. We are just getting rid of, you know, the thankless tasks that nobody wants to do anyway. We're just, you know, we just find this is a kind of a win-win-win.
Now, you've had a presence at Accounting and Business Expo for a number of years. Is this the first year that you've had a stage?
You know what? I believe it is the first time we have a stage. We're at the 0 to 100 Summit. And yeah, just, you know, plug, come see me later today. I'm doing a chat with Michelle Grisdale at about 11:15, so in like 15 minutes. And then I'm chatting with Nick Sinclair from the Outsourced Accountant. So
you're talking to accountants, you're talking to bookkeepers. It's all about engaging with them and increasing the education out there. You're not just talking about the product though, you're really giving out some really awesome tips on running a better bookkeeping and accounting practice, right?
Exactly. So for example, Michelle, hi Michelle, nice to see you. Michelle and I will be chatting about how she tripled her client base and works 4 days a week. And it's by using great solutions that just enable her to do more in less time. And then I'm chatting with Nick about strategies to get to your first 100 clients. So it's just, you know, all these things are, there's going to be nuggets and lessons that everybody can learn from, and they're certainly not necessarily related to Receipt Bank.
Importantly, they're related to us as the bookkeepers and accountants and being the experts on the ground. And I think that's one of the great things that Receipt Bank does here is that you really value the experts around you, which is essentially your partners. And that's a great way to build a business and a great model for growth.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? The one additional point that I bring from a different perspective is, you know, I've only been in Australia 2.5 years. I used to be in the US working for Intuit and QuickBooks. And what shows like ABE show me is just how forward-thinking Aussie accountants and bookkeepers are and how open-minded they are to new solutions. And frankly, I think that makes the industry just kind of raise the bar on each other. And it, you know, helps the economy just, you know, rise to a whole new level. And so it's exciting. Shows like this change the economy of Australia and keeps the sort of Aussie accounting and bookkeeping industry ahead of the rest, which is exciting to see.
Well, I'd like to thank you for coming along to the Small Biz Matters stand and doing a little mini podcast with us. We're very excited to have you on the program later on in the year as well, so we look forward to welcoming you then. And how can people find out more about Receipt Bank?
you can just go to receiptbank.com or give us a call. You'll find our phone number and the contact as part of our website. We'd love to tell you more about what we do, but Alexi, thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to being part of the show later in the year.
Thanks for joining us, Louise. Got to figure that out.